I want to show you maybe now my favorite image of Trump ever. And I think maybe the most important image of Trump that has ever been captured. It's not a photo in this case, it's this, an image produced by the courtroom sketch artist. And it shows at least that sketch artist's version of what Donald Trump was feeling as he walked out of the courtroom after being judged by a jury of his peers and truly making history. He's made history before, he's been impeached twice over. He's done a lot of stuff that I think hopefully has never been done before and hopefully will never be done again. But he will be 100 years from now, he'll be in the history books because of this, because he was such a willful and needless criminal, serial breaker of the law that he wasn't able to skate, okay? He finally got caught on one of them. It remains to be seen what the consequences will be, but the artist, Christine Cornell, described him as looking very demolished by it. He really did. Apparently earlier, he was feeling a little upbeat that we were all gonna be able to go home. So if anyone was the most surprised there was a verdict, it was him. And they showed this image too. I think this is like the anger that he was experiencing as all the guilties were being listed. Apparently he was shaking his head or whatever. Hey, I'm glad you're here. Listen, in order for the damage report to keep on going, we need viewers like you to become a member on YouTube. Can you click the join button on YouTube today? Thank you. New reports from his team are coming out saying they had kind of pinned all their hopes on this one guy that they considered their juror. And their juror's body language throughout the case started to trend away from what they wanted. This is the guy, well, we think this is the guy who said during the initial jury selection process that the only place he gets his news is Truth Social. The only place. And he apparently said, yeah, guilty on every one of these. And thus Donald Trump. It's not a photo, but it's real. It's real. It has to be now becoming real for him that he is a felon. That will be the black mark on his record. What do you think, Brett?
He has always only just pressed through it, put his shoulder down and hammered through it. And that's with bankruptcies, with marketing, with any adversity. When the Access Hollywood tape comes out, he realizes that every time he apologizes or acts like a normal human being would act when caught doing something horrible, he realizes that the entire Republican base, which is essentially sees itself as towel cracking locker room jocks, they get sad that he isn't this big meanie anymore. And so he just has been able to get away with that as he makes his way to the presidency, but he's not the president anymore. And we've convicted politicians before for stuff they've done that's illegal. Like that has happened hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of times. The only difference is this is a former president. But the way that the legal process works, they're not asking, is Trump a good guy? Is Trump a bad guy? Should he be president? Should he not be president? Do we think he's a felonious type dude and just holistically dub him as one? They were like, here is the law. Here are the tests. The judge even said, even if you believe Michael Cohen or don't believe Michael Cohen, you can't just go based on his former fixer saying stuff. It has to be corroborated by other evidence. Those things are absolute ripcords for a juror who, if they wanted to exonerate Donald Trump, and they never pulled them. This is not something holistic. This is very specific. Here is a crime. Here's what everyone says he did. Do you think he did it? And we have 12 jurors for a reason, and only one needs to be a holdout. None of them were. We had 34 counts. He didn't need to be convicted of all of them, but all those jurors said he did all of those things, and he didn't murder anybody. He falsified his tax records, essentially committed business fraud. Yeah. All these Elliot Ness, Al Capone type things. But the fact is, he did get convicted of them. And is he gonna go to jail for the rest of his life? No, at most 4 years.
Yeah.
And this is how all the justice system works. It's something that they always selectively always get behind.
Yeah. They should, if you're a conservative, you should be cheering for this. I know that's a stupid thing to say, but you say there shouldn't be multiple levels of the justice system, that you question the elites, you question the establishment and all that. Well, now, finally, a billionaire can go down. That should be seen as a good thing. When you click the join button and become a tier 2 member, you get access to all of our weekly top 10 lists. What are you waiting for?